No, don't gift her my team. My team stays here. Thank you. Gift me, guys. Yes, do that. Oh, I can't be fun.
Hello ladies and genitals, today we're going to be talking about free creators, Elphaba, Chelsea Leart and Gracie. This is going to be in an attempt to discuss the TikTok Live Fest that's currently going on, because a lot's happening. So basically, just before recording this, I was in Elphaba's live, you know, hiding in plain sight. I really felt like I was behind enemy lines. But genuinely, fair play to anyone who sits there to get the screen recordings that we all make videos on, because that was torture. All I really heard was a repetitive tapping sound of a pen, burping, farting, and Elphaba asking people what HMP stands for. Well, I'm not going to comment on that. Maybe one day she will find out though. But what I could gather, Elphaba wasn't in the best of moods, so I thought, why is this? And it turns out that she'd lost a live battle, because there's two Live Fest things going on right now, and she lost one of them. So, you know, that's funny.
Boo-hoo, what a sore loser.
No, don't gift her my team. My team stays here. Thank you.
What's happening?
Hold on, let me just block. Hold on.
It's cold out there.
Gift me, guys. Yes, do that.
What's happening?
We're doing it. We've got to get to number one, you know what I mean? Oh, I can't be fucking out. No, I can't be out.
What is it?
No. Ignore it. Just ignore it.
What an hell that was? How are you rage quitting from a TikTok live battle? Like, who even was that? And they beat you. Does anyone even know who the other person was? Clearly not the famous person that you think you are. And she's very annoyed right now because the chat, they're all saying gift Emma. So I'm guessing the other person goes by the name of Emma. So congrats Emma on the regional dethroning of Elphaba. And who would have thought that treating your viewers poorly, trying to pick my words carefully here because I'm not trying to make accusations, but the incidents I'm referring to are the card reader, you know, saying she would follow back viewers who financially supported her, which apparently she didn't, allegedly she didn't. I could go on, but who would have thought this would have consequences? Unfortunately for us though, they're not very big consequences, because, well, the big tournament that means going to America, she is in the top 3. And I did a bit of research for you guys, and it makes quite funny reading. So, the top creator has a chance of being invited to the awards. So it's not nailed on that they are going. I do wonder if this has been, you know, adjusted, tweaked by TikTok, because everyone seemed fairly certain that if you win, you go to America. But actually, whilst recording this, I have literally just seen that the top 2 get a chance of going. And Elphaba is knocking on that door, Americans. You're not safe yet. Because she's in 3rd place, and I'm sure TikTok did not expect these absolute specimens to be the ones leading this charge. But it doesn't actually stop there, because apparently the top 5 can be invited to regional awards. So I guess it's the rest of the UK that needs to watch out. That means I need to make sure I don't bump into these people. I imagine I'd step off a train and I'd have the unemployed Avengers coming running at me. Sends a shiver down my spine just thinking about it. But in my last video, I spoke about the main battle being between Chelsea Leart and Elphaba. Well, there's a new face on the scene. They go by the name of Gracie, or Grace. I think she's new anyway. I'd certainly never heard of her, and I don't mean that in a disrespectful way. But she describes herself with the following adjectives: relatable, council estate, gobby, Essex chubby funster. Lovely. No one asked, but I'm telling you anyway. But Gracie has 50,000 followers on this strange app, and she's one of them, you know, those who go round live streaming their entire life. It seems like this is a popular occupation now, you know, TikTok live. I wonder if they end up doing college courses on it. I wonder what qualifications you may need. But from an outsider's perspective, it appears that Gracie is a bit of an underdog. But she's only bloody winning at the time of recording anyway. But if I get this video out when I intend to, I believe the results would have already been announced like an hour or 2 before, so apologies for that. But you know, it's a busy time of year and I'm still trying to get these videos out. But back to the point, Chelsea Leart isn't the biggest fan of Gracie. In fact, she has said some rather unsavoury things.
I'm going! I'm not staying on, I'm off. Don't care no more. Booyaka, you've lost me. Not one of you can even throw in a big fucking TikTok feast, something to push me down. Not one of you. I'm done.
But Chelsea, please stop with these false promises. If you're going to go, please just go.
People that can't do nothing to represent the UK. So you want to put Gracie to represent the UK instead of the Roots girl? I'll quit right now. Well, when they go and represent the UK or whatever they're doing in America, if they can fucking fit through the door.
Right, you're a bit of a dickhead, aren't you? Disclaimer, I know nothing about Gracie. Other than people voting for her in this live thingy-mabob and Chelsea Leart saying some pretty nasty things prior to this recording, I don't really know much about Gracie. But that was just horrible. And you are definitely not in the position to be coming for people's appearances. But you know, if Gracie has said something horrible about Chelsea Leart's appearance before this, then please do let me know. Because from the position I'm sitting in, this was an unprovoked attack. But I'd be a much better representation for the United Kingdom. Put me on your posters, give me your festive clappers, whatever that means. Sounds like a disease. I'd fly the Union Jack with pride. That is a joke. I couldn't care less. But what I want to show you next was on my For You page the other day, and brace yourself, it is carnage. It was as many as 4 of these very, very strange people in the same live, and I wanted to boil my brain after watching.
Listen, shut up, Damon. I've got billions of views. You don't do And you're still losing! And you're still losing!
Yo, what's going on, fam? I can't hear no one.
Still losing to me!
Are they rowing, darling? To fit your
on TikTok! You're losing to the boring
You're boring,
shit.
What is wrong with my phone? You, darling.
How does that feel?
Well, that's a lot to take in, isn't it? But you may have heard the words boring fat girl being thrown around, which isn't very nice. And that's because there is a video that started all of this beef from Chelsea Leart. People screen recorded her live while she was calling Gracie a boring fat girl. But ultimately, those comments about Gracie's weight would come back to bite her, because she's now losing to the enemy that she created.
It's the boring fat girl on TikTok. Roots. How's it feel?
4 days, Grace.
You're losing.
4 days.
Loser. You are losing.
4 days.
Nostrils, you're losing to the
Otherwise,
boring
it would have
fat
been
girl
way
on
above
TikTok.
you. Well, we'll soon see when I knock you off, you little rats.
Watch,
Watch, I'm coming for you.
Oh, are ya?
Yes, I'm coming for you. Yes, Gracie, you're a nobody. I've got billions of views on this app.
Yeah, let's see who the bad girl are now.
Listen,
Gracie
scream a
or
root.
Ruth.
Doesn't it just make you proud to be British? This video really puts the great in Great Britain. 2 unemployed, seemingly middle-aged women calling each other rats and shouting over each other on TikTok. But Miss Roots or Miss Art shouting abuse at someone after you've muted them, I don't think it's quite the got 'em that you think it is. It kind of just makes it look like you've been intimidated. You felt the need to silence your rival after you said mean things about them. And I'm sorry, but what is the point in the other person here? What do they bring to the table? We just have some random NPC sitting in the corner of the screen. Are they participating? Did they win a competition to get here? Did someone press share then more? Why are you here? What are you doing?
I make the whole UK scream roots.
Who's this guy now?
What do you do to inspire TikTok and make everyone... Come on, what would you do in America? I'm an artist, I'm linked up, I'm doing this and that. What are you going to America to represent what and do what?
Chelsea, my dearest friend, you've asked someone a question, but I don't know if you remember, but you have muted them. Now, this is okay. I know older people tend to struggle with technology. Now, I am here for any IT assistance if you may require it. But maybe that could be a hint that it's time to get off the app. You know, kids use it. Someone who is probably old enough to be their mum is sitting there arguing with someone who is silent because you've muted them, and there are 2 spectators watching. And one of those people is just sitting there trying to cover his ears but not quite sure how they work. But honestly, what we see next from this judgmental Yeti, it's interesting. It's quite strange, because just bear in mind that she has muted Gracie.
And do what? Exactly. It's not about if I like
What do you mean exactly? She's
I've
muted.
got no issue with you, Grace. What I'm saying is straight facts. I'm way better than you on this app. And I if it came to a vote, you wouldn't stand a chance. If it came to Big Brother, me and you in the house, no one would vote for you. Everyone wants me there. Just like
Big
America.
Brother.
I missed 4 days.
Chelsea, let her say something.
Honestly, if you ever want to feel better about your life, just watch one of these clips. They never fail to cheer me up. But then again, maybe that is why these people are so successful. Because maybe people do watch them to feel better about themselves. But it works. But I may sound like a broken record right now, but what is that guy doing? He's just on the phone. Imagine you're just having a conversation with someone and someone just whips out their phone and pretends they're on a phone call. What's the point?
I'm not even listening to her. Tell her to piss off. Yes. See, I'm winding them all up. This is brilliant. Affected. Yeah, and Lawrence, you can do one as well, Lawrence, because you've always been a fake, Lawrence. That's why I don't like you. But I go and I try and whatever, but it's all fake there. Because I know you're a fake, and every fucking time that you, like, whatever beef, G Crew, this person, that person, DG, always mentions the name, always this. I tell him to block people. He don't listen to me. Whatever. I'm not interested, sweetheart. Go and wash your bunda, innit?
Lovely advice there. Thank you for that. I'm sure whoever Lawrence is, I'm sure he's grateful for the advice. She truly is awful though. But I did see comments on my last video, which were quite funny. People were saying that they actually want to see Chelsea Leart go to America just for the humbling, and that I can get behind, because I'm sure that she'd work out very quickly that people haven't got the foggiest idea who she is. And with this attitude, I'm sure she wouldn't be well received either. But people didn't feel the same about Elphaba. People don't want the scabies getting a free holiday to the US of A. And I get it, but you may not have to worry about that, because here she is, apparently accepting defeat. And at the time of recording, she still has time before Judgment Day.
I accept it. I think it's my fault for not being live enough. But that's insane, because I was only not live for like 12 hours and I got pushed right off. And that was that day. That's mad. You have to be consistent on here. So to anyone that ever wants to do the ranks, you cannot get off live because you'll just get overtook. It's madness. It actually is. Like, if I stayed on that whole day, I would have stayed at number 2. But it's because I went off for like a whole day.
Yeah, but you never get off live though, do you? Every time I type your name in to get the clips for these videos that I make, your live's always at the top. It's a permanent thing. But I guess the takeaways are that Chelsea Leart and Gracie may both be going to America still. Maybe they'll have a scrap at the airport. Elphaba probably isn't going, but I wouldn't rule it out, even though apparently she hasn't even got a passport. So I don't know how that one's going to work. And also, TikTok is vile. But anyway, guys, I hope you did enjoy this video. If you did, please do feel free to leave a like and subscribe. Subscribing is completely free, and you can always unsubscribe at any moment if you get sick of the sight of my stupid ugly face. And yeah, cheers. Bye.